Okay, where do you want me?
Yeah, just a bit forward. Just a bit forward. Perfect. Great.
When I was younger, around the age of 6 or 7, I played a lot of video games on the N64, and one of these games was The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, actually. And being able to play that and explore a unique world with a unique narrative really excited me and actually made me want to provide that experience to other people. So I started to mess around with a few different game engines when I was a bit older, and this actually built into more of a love for generating game mechanics specifically, and the idea of playing with mechanics in other games then got me excited about messing with systems. And now I actually like to focus on what mechanics can I build that can encourage other players to experiment and even express themselves. Space-Time Slip is a space game where the player is able to time travel by going away from the Earth's gravitational pull. The core gameplay of the game involves avoiding asteroids and managing your fuel, and very frantically dealing with both of these at the same time. The game involves a system where you can visit different civilizations on the planet's surface. As you travel forward in time, you'll be able to land and interact with them and even collect upgrades that will fully and drastically change the gameplay in Space-Time Slip. I wanted to make an addictive game that was easy to pick up and play. This felt very natural for mobile games because it could work really well when you're on a bus ride, just for a couple of minutes of a quick game, or even during a break. The idea of being able to compete with friends in a social environment, similar to like an arcade in olden game times, was very appealing to me. And this is supported by the store system in the game itself, which uses the date that you reach in your playthrough and then gives you a score based on that and other factors such as how well you've done in the game. So I originally began with a prompt of time, and this led me to research a few different things. I began with timekeeping and clocks themselves and generating a bit of a steampunk vibe, but the other thing that I researched, which I found far more interesting, was the idea of relativity, and specifically general relativity. I did a lot of in-depth research into this, which I really wouldn't recommend. It gets very complex. Honestly, just play my game instead. And from there, I was able to generate this idea of a simplified version of coming away from a gravitational field, and this just bringing you forwards in time. The aesthetic of the game is inspired by my love of rockets and NASA itself, and the actual look and feel of the game is informed by a retro sci-fi look and futurism.